So here it is, the 2019 Transition Patrol Alloy GX build. I've been wanting to test one of these for quite a long time, and I kind of wanted to buy one last year before I got my remedy. I couldn't get hold of one. Spoke to my local bike shop, Bike Bug, and they were happy to try and chase it up, and they hit up Super Sports Australia. They came through with the goods, and here we are. So just a quick bike check. I've only had it for a couple of days. Frame tape's done. I've got cush core in the back. I've put my wheels on it. I'm selling the Stans Flow S1 wheels that came with it. Just because I've got wheels anyway, so I might as well keep these and give someone a brand new set instead of trying to sell the second-hand ones. So a bit of a spec rundown. Fox 36 Performance Elite, Grip 2 damper. So more or less best of the best without the Kashima coat, which doesn't bother me. I like the black stuff. High and low speed compression, high and low speed rebound. Got the Float DPX2 on the back, which I'm not too sure about. I rode the 2018 Giant Rain pretty much back to back, Super Deluxe and DPX2 on that bike, and the Super Deluxe far outshined the DPX2. DPX2 was kind of hard to get feeling soft without being slow and sluggish. So not rebound, but carrying speed wise, it was slow and sluggish with the DPX2 versus the Super Deluxe. Moving on to the cranks, Travative Descendant 170mm, so I'll change them over eventually to 165s. I've ridden around the streets and whatever. Haven't really done any trail riding on it yet, but they definitely feel a little bit long. They're good, they're definitely better than 175s for sure, but my preference is 165. I like acceleration, speed out of corners, and nimble on the trail, so shorter the better. SRAM GX Eagle, can't fault it. I've had GX Eagle on the remedy, it was flawless. As long as you keep it set up right, you get your B limit set up right, you get your indexing set up right, and you keep on top of it, you clean, good chain lube, keep everything clean, you shouldn't have a problem with it. So I've had that bike for 9 months, 10 months, and it's still killer, still runs like a dream. So it's an alloy frame, obviously, if you didn't get that already, I mentioned that at the start. So I've put my Stans Flow wheels on it, I've got a cush core in the back. So it came with a DHF Max Terra 2.5 on the front. I had a brand new DHF Max Grip, so I've chucked that on. Max Terra will go on the back eventually. Had a DHR2 2.4 on the back, which, yeah, I'm not too fussed about those tyres. I think they're a great tyre. The DHR2 is a great tyre, but I prefer the Minion at the back. I feel like the Minion DHF brakes better than the high roller, the DHR2, and I know that's up for argument, but I keep coming back to the DHF on the back. It feels more robust, more stable, and it doesn't seem to wear out as fast. This is obviously a 60A, like a dual compound, not a 3C, but even with the 3Cs, I seem to get a bit more life out of the DHF versus the DHR2. So 2.3 DHF, XOTR on the back. The brakes, 180mm rotors front and back. So I might put a 200, I've got a brand new 200 rotor. Might put a 200 on the front, I'll see how these codes feel. So it's code RSC. Wicked brakes. They haven't even bedded in yet. The front still doesn't kind of work. I've only been bouncing around, but the back one's sharp as an axe. So impressed with these brakes already. I don't even reckon I'll need to go for a 200 yet. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I frame taped it. So I get this frame tape here from a place here in Adelaide called Terrett's Auto Distributors, and it's just 3M protective tape. Nice and thin, pretty easy to apply as long as you know what you're doing, and it'll protect the frame. And obviously, and this stuff's UV protected as well, so where it's on, it's not going to dull the frame, which is kind of, I don't know, good and bad, because when or whoever peels it off, you're going to have brand new paint underneath and then slightly faded paint where it's not, where the frame tape isn't. Doesn't matter. Dropper, RockShox reverb. It's got the reverb lever here, which is alright. It's a little bit of force. It takes a fair bit of force, really. I might even change that over to a wolf tooth eventually. And one thing that I've been avoiding for quite a while is carrying tools. So, got the 1-up EDC, everyday carry. In here, I've taken the bottom bit off, just so it doesn't rattle around or anything. And it's not really necessary. I don't have any plugs or anything yet, so that's in the box in the spare room. So that's handy to have. I might end up bolting a tube on here somewhere, or strapping a tube on somewhere. Seat is one of the more comfortable. It's not super comfy, but it's one of the more comfortable seats I've been on lately. The Slash had a terrible seat. Andy's Hightower that I rode had a terrible seat. I think, people are just making terrible seats these days, but this doesn't feel too bad. It's the Anvil Forge, which is Transition's own style of seat. So that's pretty cool. First impressions, don't really have much to say about it yet. It's just good. It's just killer. The suspension feels super plush. Like I said, I haven't really trail ridden. I've done one ride down with the trail dog, just at my local Moriata, just to cruise through, scrub the brakes in and see how it feels. But I didn't want to do anything until I had it frame taped, tyres changed, wheels changed. And now it's good to go. I'm ready to shred, so stay tuned, and I'll do a good first impressions after a couple of rides, and then give it a few weeks. I'll drop a proper review on it, see how it is.